Hey there, my fellow treasure hunters. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Ostranauts. Episode 6, Repairing the Hull. Very real question. Should I consider... Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do it yet. I was going to say, should I consider adding another crew member? But I think I want an airtight airlock before I do that. Because the crew member's just going to die if I don't have an airtight airlock. It's going to be more headache than it's worth. So if you guys wanted me to airtight this as a compromise, I will work towards that. Oh my god. Drop. Actually, I'm not going to do it right now because there's so much junk on my ship, it's going to be hard to actually do anything to it. So my next run will be a improving the ship run, no matter what I find. Oh, there's actually one thing I wanted to check. What is this made out of? Is it pseudo mostly? So different building blocks weigh different amounts, and this ship is not made of lightweight material. I just checked. Oh, shoot. I definitely should take the helium tank, though. I am glad I came back this way. I didn't search down here. And a helium tank is expensive. I already dragged the D20 tank, didn't I? Yeah, it's somewhere in the stack. I think. Didn't I? It's... Oh, yeah, here. It's already in that stack. I just didn't grab the helium tank. So, for fusion, you need helium tanks, heavy water tanks, and cryo tanks for fusion to work. Generally, you need about 5 times more helium than heavy water for fuel for the fusion, and then like 1 cryo. So often when you find a ship that has a active reactor, you'll find, you know, cryo, heavy water, and helium all together. Why did I go back to this ship? I'm so goldfish brained at the moment. As one last search, make sure I didn't overlook anything. Oh yeah, I was checking the building material. Thank you. Yeah, so it's not lightweight building material. So I think I'm gonna not make improvements to my ship. I guess the big question is, and this is a really big question, should I stick with my ship or potentially buy a derelict to fix up? So I can shop for derelicts to flip for sale, where you buy a derelict, fix it up, make it seaworthy, and then sell it. Or you can buy a derelict to use as your own. Why am I getting crazy proximity sensors? Oh, Happy Hurricane is flying by me. Can you stop tripping my sensors, dude? Oh my god, I'm gonna mute this. Shut up! I know! They're buzzing by me. I don't care. Okay. So, K-Leg, I can't actually get to. So, I am going to do the next best thing and, like, burn towards it. Damn, I don't have a lot of RCS fuel. I should be fine as long as I, like, sip fuel on my way back. Why is the helium tank blinking? I don't know. Because it's damaged or something. So I'm very slowly moving back to port. And while I'm slowly doing that, provided I have, yeah, I have charge, I'm gonna just repair up the things I found. I'm gonna restore the cargo pods first. These things are money. O2 cans at 96%. Where's my RCS can? It was here? It is at 98%. Why was it saying I was almost out of fuel? I think because of the weight, maybe? Because I weigh like 5 times more than I left. Alright, let's check where I am. Okay, I still need to burn for 10 more minutes. And it also looks to me like you think shopping for a derelict is a very reasonable thing. Yeah, this junker is such a junker. I mean, I have conduit, like, strewn about my nav station. Like, that's how much of a piece of crap this thing is. That, yeah, maybe it's not worth keeping. But this was just about as profitable of a second salvage run as, like, you could imagine with these specialty cargo pods. Like, for seriously. It's insane the amount of wealth I'll pull from this run. Alright, let's see where I am. Okay, we can start turning and burning. Actually, I'm going to wait to turn and burn, because we'd skim the kind of Ganymede if we did that right now. Get a little bit further out. Do I have time to sell everything within the 24-hour limit? Yeah. Time elapses very slow in this game. And if not, like, the amount of money I'll make from this, I'll be able to sell my permit for about 3,500 for a 1,500 loss. But given that I stand to gain, like, 200k from this run, a 1,500 loss on a 200 gain, who the F cares? I don't mean to be rude to you, but I'm just saying, I make 200,000 and I lose 1,500? Whatever, you know, not gonna sweat the chump change. All right, now it's probably time to turn and burn. You know what? Stupid alarm. I'm gonna turn you off. I don't. Yes, I get it. We vent oxygen. I don't care. Whoops. I'm still 16x, so I started spinning my ship around like a Beyblade. I should also approach the K-Leg station very slowly with not a lot of velocity because my thing weighs so much. I gained a lot of weight from all this salvage, so I'm going to be very careful about my approach speed because I won't be able to slow down quickly. Actually, no, I'm still fine. Ramping up my thrusters, I can get up to like 0.8 G. So I should be okay. So I'm coming in at about 100. And we'll be there in 6 minutes. So I'll spend 4 more minutes restoring things. So right now it's 23:07. So at 23:11 I'll stop restoring. Why am I feeling anxious? Oh, it's probably because I was under heavy G. All right, here we are coming in. Oh, what the hell? Oh, I turned off my alarm. That was stupid. I was like, why am I flying at 16x at K-leg? Luckily, I threw on the brakes manually. I'm used to my prox alarm slowing time down. If you pay your mortgage ahead of time, you do pay it off with less interest, because you can pay off the principal sooner. But I will look at the derelicts for sale once I make my profit. So this was the cargo pod that I think I fully repaired. And I'll just gonna bring it to the cargo pod kiosk. Sell for 21,000. Yes, please. I have, what, 8 of them? Oh boy. No, maybe 6 of them, something like that. I forget how many I have. Alright, let's grab the pods and pull them in so I can restore them without my suit on. Because having my suit does use up battery and oxygen. It's not particularly expensive, just a nuisance to have to restore. Pay the docking fees. Alright, where's my dolly? I'll pick up the D20 tank and the helium tank, because neither... What the hell? Why'd you come into my airlock, Sophia? Oh, you're a Leo. Got it. They were just... inspecting. So I'm dragging everything that can't be dollied in, including the nav station. That also cannot be dollied. Oops. I loaded the dolly up, but didn't actually grab it. I'm very glad there isn't a litter fee. You would think in the future they would, like, charge you for doing what I'm doing, which is, like, lining the floors full of stuff. But luckily there is not. At some point, I might have a ship large enough that I don't have to do this, but until then... I think that's the last loose item, so actually I'm just gonna pick up the pellet feeder. No, not on the dolly. Drop the dolly. Drop the dolly. And just pick up the pellet feeder. Okay. Then the last 2 cargo pods. So these cargo pods are in rough shape. I'm going to need to restore them. I think it might be time for me to grab a Weber. Because of the amount of money I'm making, I think it's worth the investment, but I'll have you guys vote. So a Weber, I'll show you, is like a, think of it as like a Swiss Army knife multi-tool. The Weber Lance laser torch can be used for cutting and welding and soldering. You have to buy it for about 30K, but the battery lasts a very long time. Whereas my soldering, and it works very fast. Whereas my soldering iron, so if you buy a Weber Lance torch, all you really need is a drill and the torch and maybe a crowbar, and that's all the tools you need. So should I buy a Weber? And it would make Halverson tools obsolete completely. I wouldn't need Halverson tools anymore. So, have you guys decide. Refueling and paying power. And it looks like you guys want me to buy a Weber. Got it. Yeah, I think this will help out a lot. Before I buy the Weber, I need to free up some space in my own inventory, because I am out of space to even put things away. So for buying a Weber, and yeah, overwhelmingly you guys think so, let's get rid of my soldering iron, my hacksaw, the heatsink, the spare screens and carbon fiber and aluminum and parts, mechanical parts, straps, scrap steel, and the friction welder. And then sell the PDA. I could go over to the fence to see if I could get more. But at this point, we're like haggling price. I'm just going to make it convenient. Except. Alright, so now my backpack is more or less empty, except for some, like, food. I can put the food in the pouches. So we have the drill, and I'll go buy a Weber. So I'll have a crowbar, a Weber, and a drill, and that's like the only tools I'll need. And then with the Weber, I'm going to buy... I'm not going to actually buy a spare battery for it. I'm going to hope I find a spare battery. They're not... It's about 11K for a spare battery, and I'd rather hold off on that, because the Weber that I have, its battery is going to last so long, I'm not really worried about recharging it for a very long time. The battery on this thing might last me the entire stream, to put it in perspective. So, if you're wondering about restoring these cargo pods, if I sold the cargo pods in its current condition, this one's about 16K. The one I sold was worth obviously more than that, so it's worth restoring it up to up high enough that it will resale for full value. Wish I could see its percentage here. For some reason I can't. Oh, is that because I'm dragging it? Yeah, it's because I was dragging it. I think it gets full sale value at 95 plus, so I'll bring it up to 95 and see if I get full. I don't want to spend the time to get it up to 100% if I don't need to. Yep. 95 plus is the goal. Alright. I just had an autosave. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run to the bathroom while I auto-task my guy. Auto-task means he should just be restoring parts, because in my roster here, restoring parts, and I'm going to tell him not to disembark or open airlocks. Hopefully he respects that. So I'll be right back as I auto-repair. I'm going to run to the potty. Hey, that's good. My character didn't vent himself out to space while I was away. So, restore and sell salvage is my current priority. Sean, thanks for the gifted subs. Cheers, dude. Oh, is the uptime command not working? I'm fixing it. It's fixed now. Sorry. And then I'm unlocking the Yoda cam, because that should have been unlocked like 3 hours ago. Fourth shift ends, and the change in the atmosphere is unmistakable. Shipbreakers stop sparking their hand torches. Long iron construction Waldos drop their grip and drift away from wrecked hulls. Sorry, I just like spilled coffee on my lap. 2 clicks out, a cargo hauler cuts its reactor, and the entire rig burns down like a cold ember in the dark. Untime. The closest anyone out here will ever get to a Sabbath. 20 minutes and 58 glorious seconds welded to the end of a shift 4. A seemingly insignificant stretch of time remaining like a loose change after the rest of the hours are divided, counted, and spent. In the beginning, Untime was merely a quirk of the new celestial calendar, a more even way to divide the year now that humanity has uncoupled itself from Earth and its overwrought lunar calendar. But that was decades ago. These days, Untime is for rest, for conversation, for anything and all that won't turn a buck for the bosses. As the managers who choose not to observe fine tradition, 2 weeks ago, one of them fell from a labor barge and hit every ship on the way down. So, Untime. Let's talk about this for a second. If I take a look at the roster, the hours are divvied up into shifts, 24-hour shifts, and then you have this like 24th hour of Untime. So this is 0 through 23, and then there's a Untime 24th where like you can't schedule work. It's like forced free time. Now, I can tell myself to keep working because I'm the boss of me. I'm autonomous. But if I had crew members, it's their time. It's time that cannot be, scheduled. And I really, really like the concept of like Untime. Like how to put a lunar calendar together or something. It's a very fascinating concept. All right, so this is almost up to 95%. And then as I fix them up, I just flip them. Up to 100K. Let's do the tank now. This is a helium tank. And it has some solids in it. It's not going to flip for a ton, but it's not terrible. Oh, Untime isn't even a whole hour. It's like, what did it say? 28 minutes? It's not even a full hour of Untime. So right now it's 24:13 on the clock, on the bottom right, as you can see, as it ticks up. 20 minutes and 58 seconds. Is that Untime? Yeah. You don't even get a full hour. But as the day ticks over, I'm going to owe mortgage. So that's less cool. Well, at least I have the money for it. Yep. 20 minutes and 58 seconds. So there goes my Untime. It is now tomorrow. And hey, look at that. Mortgage. So in this case, I can prepay my mortgage. So I owe $380,000 left on my mortgage. And I can prepay it to get a new rate. So right now I owe about $1,000 a day. And if I prepay, as you can see, I can bring that daily amount down, paying the interest on the principal. I'm not going to pay anything right now because I have all day to pay mortgage. Or actually, I have 6 hours to pay mortgage. So in 5-ish hours, I can decide to either prepay my mortgage down or to try to put money forward for a derelict ship. So I'll make that decision later. I don't need to make it right now. So you can see the charge level of my Weber Lance torch. Yeah, I've used 1.5%, which is why it's a really nice investment, because it does not pull charge like these lesser tools do. Plus, it looks like a honking giant tool. It's nice looking. Oh, man. What a good find, that last run. Oof, boy. Racking in the bucks. Yeah, I don't even get the full half-hour Sabbath. I get a third of an hour. That's going to be more relevant for when I have crew, and I pay the crew. Yes, I should put it on my clip point. So the plan is to flip all these items, and then pool the money and see if paying down my mortgage or buying a derelict to fix up makes most sense. Because at some point, my rinky-dink ship is trash. The thing is trash. And it might make sense to jump to a derelict that isn't trash, or to just fix up my current ship to the point where it can help me turn more of a profit. Because right now it's such a piece of junk that it's like a liability. Alright. A like new, 17k, not bad. Let's do the D20 tank next. Because it's actually pretty close to being like new. It's started at 80%. Did the suits get larger pouches? So my EVA suit does not, no. Actually, I should probably honestly take it off because it's pulling charge from the batteries. And it doesn't make sense to wear it when I don't need it. Because I don't have a... You know what? Can I... I've always been curious about this. I've never tried it. Yes! I can use their chargers. Alright, that's what I'm going to do. Just don't tell the authorities that I'm using their chargers. Wear my pants? Maybe I'll shop for pants. You just naked shamed me into potentially buying pants. I hope you feel good about yourself. The problem is cargo pants doesn't fit underneath a suit. And they don't have compression pants for sale. Maybe there's compression pants at the crap vendor. Because I would only really want compression pants. Which look like yoga pants. No, they don't. No pants. I'm also barefoot. And probably getting cold. And my privacy isn't so bad. But my security is kind of bad, given that I'm, like, a little naked. Alright, I'm gonna wear my suit, even though it doesn't have batteries in it. For dignity's sake. It's just I have to remember to stick batteries back in it before I go anywhere with it, because otherwise I'm going to be in trouble because it won't be circulating oxygen. Another 45k for that tank. Yeah, knowing what is expensive and where to sell it is like half the battle in this game. So knowing the moment I saw these specialty cargo pods and the D20 tank and the helium tank, I was like, yes, because I know that they're worth a lot. You're trying to hit me up for money again? Get away from me, bum. I'm definitely not going to consider her to hire as a crew member. Hell no. And as I continue to level up my skills, I'll be able to restore things even faster and faster and faster as time goes on. Because I'll get better at this work. I mean, you can think of me as, like, fresh off the boat. All right, look at my finances. I had $100 yesterday. Dude. Not messing around. Actually, no. I take that back. I had $39 yesterday. I was a 39-year heir. Now I'm pushing a $250,000. From rags to riches. Well, I'm still in the negatives, let's be honest. I still have $380,000 mortgage. So technically I'm not in the positive yet, but whatever. We don't need to think about that. That hurts my feelings, so let's ignore that. Just trying to make Yoda a little bit more comfortable. He was kind of like antsy and whimpering. Yeah, I still owe money, I know. These cargo pods and the tanks that I'm fixing up first fix up slowest. So this is the most time intensive part. In terms of rest, I'm adequately rested for now, but that won't be true forever. So I will need to doze off, but I'm not worried about that at the moment. I know my suit right now doesn't have batteries, but it does act like a pressure suit. Oh, this is the wrong charger. Yeah, let's actually uninstall this charger because I can sell it. So even an EVA suit without power is still like a pressure suit, which is fine. All right, switching my drill's power around, and I'll leave the Bingham power charger, the EVA suit charger. Oh, you know what's funny? This is stupid. My guy had no problem going out to the ship, but then, as far as coming back, he was like, "Oh, I'm not allowed to do that." It's like, dude, you're allowed. Just do it. Treats and pet the dogs. Got it. So yeah, at some point I'll need to like doze off, and I think the shuttle that I came in on, the beds here, I can use when I want to sleep. It's another reason why it's really handy to have crew, because while one person sleeps, another person can work a shift, because your salvage license is sleeping is like wasted time, in other words. So having at least one extra crew member is nice. I typically don't hire crew until I can accommodate their needs, which means at least having like a sleeping bag on the ship or something like that, so that they can sleep on the ship, because it's a little annoying to have them like sleep here at K-Leg, and because every time you want to do a shift change, you have to like come back to K-Leg, which is inconvenient. So I usually don't hire crew until I have space for them on the ship, and often like a toilet. You know, maybe a sink. You managed to win the gambling beginning event and didn't have to pay for your ship. Yeah, I mentioned this at the start during character gen, that there is the gambling where you can win the keys to the ship. I think I could be wrong about this, but I'm not sure you're like the legal owner though. I don't know. If you go to K-Leg Commerce, see if you can sell the ship. Because if you can sell the ship, then I guess you're the legal owner. I think it depends on whether you steal the keys or you win the keys, but I could be wrong. So just double check. You're the total legal owner? Well, that's good. One of the reasons why I didn't do that event is I feel like the early game grind is fun. Being like poor and struggling. And I didn't want to skip that. I know, like a masochist, but yeah. Because the ship you win is actually kind of a nice it's actually a pretty legitimately nice ship. And if I skipped the early game grind, it would be a disservice to you guys not seeing what it's like to have to salvage illegally and be poor and be suffocating and be on the struggle bus. The struggle bus is real and should be enjoyed. Alright, what was the other goal that popped up? Oh, right, the Wolfam. So there's a tutorial about the end menu and the zones. I'll do that in a bit. The reason why I didn't do that is I don't have space on my rinky-dink ship for even zones. But zones is like, if you're uninstalling parts on a derelict, it's a way for your crew members to automatically haul things to a storage spot. So it's good to set up zones for a storage bay. I haven't gone through a lot of this, but like there's the power visualization where you have running power on your ship, automatically ordering things to be installed, like ordering your crew members to install conduit or walls or floors, things like that, typically, and then ordering them to uninstall things. So you can go to a derelict and tell them to uninstall all floors or all walls or all conduit, so that you can mass order things. And I'll show you that when it becomes relevant. Just didn't want to get ahead of myself. Alright, so my Weber's down about 4% battery. And I'm still grinding through the cargo pods. Dealing with mortgage in-game is way easier than IRL? Yes, yeah. In-game, it's like really high risk, high reward. Can you install conduits and connect your ship to the station? No. Because the airlocks are unpowered, and the only thing that connects my ship to the station is the airlocks. So you can't, like, leech power. With that said, I am recharging my suit's batteries on a public charging station. Because I stuck my batteries in this... Oh, they're charged. Into this charging station, which is, you know, in the public forum. Yeah, I don't mind that. So now I have 2 fully charged batteries ready to go. And then my oxygen bottle I only used about 10% on last run. Oxygen bottles are also dirt cheap. They're like 100 credits. And they're pretty easy to refill too. Although, refilling them yourself, they typically explode, so I usually just buy them. The way to refill them is very sketchy, where you stick the oxygen bottle underneath an oxygen pump, turn the pump on, and try to turn the pump off within a quarter of a second, or you overpressurize the oxygen bottle and it blows up. I love it, and I'll probably demonstrate that at some point, but it's not a very effective way to refill your oxygen bottles unless you're in a pinch. Because usually it just blows up. It doesn't hurt you when it blows up, because it's like a plastic can. Some things will hurt you, though, when they blow up, so you shouldn't just go blowing up everything. Let's take a quick break for food. Kung Pao chicken? Mystery meat? Yep. Well, as long as it's not soylent. And then I'm a little thirsty, so let's go and drink some water. At some point, I should probably buy myself a flask from a bartender so that I have water on me. Because not carrying around a water supply is not a great idea for long-term survival. Glitch, thank you for the bits, for the luck for the game. Cheers, dude. Need all the luck I can get. So my pass was good till about 8 p.m. and it's 2 a.m. So I've got some time on this pass. So I don't really need to re-up the pass. Usually what I do is when there's like less than a shift's left on the pass, like less than 6 hours, I'll sell the old pass and buy a new pass so that I'm always licensed. Because if you don't, you can get fined like 15,000. Thank you for watching Ostranauts, which originally streamed live as a marathon December 21st and December 22nd. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind this streamed once as a marathon and this episode was cut from it, so feedback cannot be incorporated. And also, no spoilers please, so please keep them out of the comments. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, people that participated within the marathon, and also viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow Ostranauts.